Notice anything different? Hint, it's my glasses. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about identity. These thoughts really stemmed from watching a Super Carlin Brothers video that Jay had done a couple years ago, back in 2014, and I will link that somewhere so that you guys can go watch it. If you don't watch the Super Carlin Brothers, you should totally check them out. They make super nerdy yet amazing videos, especially about Pixar and Star Wars and Harry Potter and things like that. And if that's something that interests you, you should definitely watch them. But anyways, I watched this video that Jay had done a while back about identity. And oddly enough, that video was about glasses. Now, when I watched this video, I already knew that I was going to be getting new glasses, but I didn't really think much about it. And then as I watched it, I realized, he's got a point. He was talking about how he had broken his glasses and then had to wear an old pair, and how when he put them on, he didn't feel like himself anymore. And the thing that was interesting about that is I have worn the same pair of glasses for 5 years. And I picked out my new glasses and was like, man, I really want to change my look. I had the opportunity to pick the same glasses that I'd worn for years, but didn't want to because I was ready to just change my look. So I picked these out, and then when I got them, I put them on and I didn't feel like myself. Since getting my new glasses, I do feel a lot more comfortable in my shoes. I've adjusted to seeing differently again, and I do feel a lot more like myself, but I still kept coming back to these thoughts of identity and what that means. So there are so many things in this world that put pressure on us to find our identity, or so many things that actually just give us an identity that they think fits us. And so things like college and society and pressure to conform comes to mind when thinking about identity and what shapes you, and things like your career choice or how many children you have, if you get married, if you, I don't know, live on a boat and sell Mary Kay for a living from overseas. I don't really know, but there are so many different things that put pressure on us for identity. And it just really got me thinking, who am I? Who are you? Who is everybody? What makes our identity? I've been labeled with identities constantly throughout my life, just as everybody else. I've been the smart girl, the fat girl, the girl with acne, and I've been called a lot of other things too, not all of which were bad. I've been called the kind girl, the dominant, strong girl, or the one who stands up for people when they can't stand up for themselves. But you see, the thing about being called things or being labeled things is that none of those are my or your identity. I am a lot of things, and a lot of the times the labels that I get aren't even wrong. They just aren't the whole picture. Because you see, I'm also the girl that sings prayers when I'm in the car or alone in my house. And I'm the girl who paints subpar pictures but loves to do it. I'm caught up in the heartbreak of other people's heartbreaks. I'm obsessed with Harry Potter and tattoos and baseball and football and playing guitar and talking with friends into the middle of the night and hammocking and riding my bike and so many other things. But even all of that isn't my identity. Who I am, my identity, at the end of the day is so big and so large that it can't be put into words. I can list a lot of my qualities, and in fact, I could try to list all of them, but I would never get to the end of that list because you could never get to the sum of who I am. When you think about it, so much of me and so much of you has affected so many parts of this world in such small and big ways. In turn, I've made a huge difference, and the world wouldn't be the same if I or you weren't in it. So with all of these details and all of these different labels that the world and that I have given myself and that you've given yourself and that the world's given you, I can come up with 2 conclusions. The first one is that no label is ever complete. My second conclusion is that you can sum up who I am in 2 letters. M-E. I am me. Who are you?